Oh, man.
Now I'm gonna get all shy.
Your event is starting. Oh.
Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast.
Presented by ScottKingDesigns.com. Hosted by Jeff Klein.
Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him.
Jason Place.
But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
And SKD. Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
God.
Did you hear that? How'd the intro sound?
Well, the problem is I cranked it so I could hear it, and now you blew out my eardrums.
It's a little aggressive at the beginning.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out what an intro is.
I'm not really sure what that is either.
Oh, am I saying it wrong again?
I think he means intro.
Intro. Oh, man. Well, feels good to be back. We're not on our normal Monday. Doing Tuesday this week.
It's not Monday?
No.
Could have sworn it was Monday.
Oh, no. Nope. So, yeah, we're, God, what did we take? 2 weeks off, or was it 3 weeks? Feels like 3 weeks, but...
I don't know. I only got paid 2 weeks of vacation, so...
Yeah, worked for nothing. But Tuesday, May 27th, 2014, guys got to get out and like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Talkin Moto. Hit us up on Twitter at Talkin Moto. And I really want to see if we can get people to start listening to us, once we post them up on Stitcher. Right now it's pretty sad. We're ranked 10,000 something. But apparently we got it up as high as 4,000 something. So we got some
Really?
got some growing to do, yeah.
How many are on there total?
I have no idea.
No.
Probably
Because
a lot.
those numbers only matter if you know what the total is.
Well, at first, when I first looked, we were at 5,000. So I figured there was 5,000 podcasts. But it went up to 4 something, I guess. And then it went up to 12,000. And then I checked this morning, we were sitting at 10,000 something. So, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes. Obviously, you can go check us out on YouTube as well.
iTunes!
So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Now, this is going back a couple weeks, but I got to make it to Kellogg and see you guys, and it was kind of cool. Got to see, people that are helping us out. I don't get to see them that much, being in the great state of Wisconsin. So, it was cool. I got to see Matt with Plainview Power Sports, and Jason with the, you got your Northland MX.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Big time.
I didn't get to see Clayton at FTM, but, thanks to him for, helping us out. And you guys, if you see Clayton at the track, you got to go tell him you heard about, him from us at Talkin Moto. Hook you up.
I saw his van sitting in Hampton at the shop there. I was going to stick a Talking Moto sticker on it.
Use that Jed shop, huh? That's Jed's right in the corner there, right in town at the stop sign.
Yep.
So,
I had to think about that.
But, yeah, thanks to Clayton, Mike at MB1. I think Chris is in the chat room. I'm not on that page, but I sent all the winners out, so hopefully that stuff got sent out to Mike at MB1. Motokazi, Nick at Black Diamond, Matt at Hardline MX, District 23, The Bicycle Works, The Open Mic Podcast, The Damn Bait Shop, and this SKD character.
That damn bait shop.
He's been busy. He just got a bunch of night crawlers in.
Well, yeah, it rained. He's out there in the parking lot scooping them up.
Nothing wrong with that, huh?
Why can I hear myself? I don't like being able to hear myself.
Oh no. I don't like that you think you can hear yourself. Muted? I don't know.
Oh, sorry I brought it up. If nobody else can hear it, then
Is Jason hearing things?
Yes, no one can hear you.
perfect. Things are going swimmingly.
All right, what this was a little bit of a debate today. Were you guys able to view the races online? I think, Jason, we kind of talked. You said you watched them later when they were already posted.
I'm going to clarify. I haven't seen all of them, as will become painfully obvious later in the show, probably.
I watched them online on promotocross.com on would have been Monday, and they worked fine. Except the second 450 moto, I think they goofed something up because, like 5 minutes into the broadcast, all of a sudden they come back from commercial and there's only 20 minutes left in the second moto, so they missed the first 10 minutes in the whole shot.
Well, we had problems with the first moto because halfway through, all of a sudden they come back and they started completely over again.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of growing pains, but I don't. What's the deal with that Pro Motocross? Do they broadcast it? They stream it, I think, live, don't they?
I think so.
I think they're streaming it live both motos, so you don't have to deal with that Ally Sports BS anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
So I hung up on my cable guy on Saturday. So I don't know. Like, I was mad to the point where I didn't even care that the races were on. I'm like, it's opening round. I should be excited. I really could care less if they're even on. So, because that Mav TV or whatever it is, we didn't have it. So I called them up. I'm like, hey, do I have this? Do we have this? Because I think I was at work and I was trying to figure this all out. And the first guy told me I should check with NBC. Oh, to see if I could get that NBC
Sports Extra?
Yeah, yep. Because you have to be able to get to that. And I think Time Warner is like the only cable provider on that entire list of, it seems like 200 of them, that don't offer that, So I couldn't view them live. And else you could just go to straightpromotocross.com and not have to enter your cable information.
I love your Wisconsinism.
Why did I say no?
Nels.
That's like the fourth time I've heard that. 10 minutes.
I thought that was just for the second motos, though. I thought the first motos were all going to be live on Ally Sports, and then second motos you had to sign in with your cable provider. You had to get I don't know what it is, like an authentication code from your cable provider.
Right.
To watch the second motos, and that because it switched over to the NBC Sports Extra. But none of that on Pro Motocross. It's just click the play button and you get it uninterrupted. So my suggestion to everyone would be to probably wait till Saturday night or Sunday morning or whenever they get them posted, and we'll watch them on that.
Yeah, I don't know how quickly they got them up, because what I ended up doing is we ended up ordering that Mav TV, so I just recorded the first motos, and then they had second motos on that NBC, but it was at 12 or 1 in the morning. So then
it was the next day technically.
Yeah, so I just TiVoed it and watched it on Monday. Something like that. Yeah, Sunday or Monday I watched it. So
I was kind of surprised that they didn't do commercials on the online thing, because I mean, it was just crazy to me. It was the same broadcast that you see on Ally Sports where you can hear them go to commercial, but then they stay on, and sometimes Amig would, or not Amig, but sometimes the guy would keep talking, and sometimes he wouldn't.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Why are you laughing at me?
Am I laughing at you?
Someone was laughing.
I was laughing because, I was just watching the races before we went on, and I think it's Langston. He's talking about hitting the cough button or something like that.
Yeah.
Want to hit the cough button, but
I think he does a really good job. Like, I was shocked by, he's a little bit not as what's it, PC maybe?
yeah, I think.
Like he was talking about the lapper. He's like, get out of the way, dude.
What did it? Yeah, I
just think that he was really good, actually, really good.
Oh no.
Sorry, I was reading Jason's post in the chat room. I did tag his van this weekend.
With some Talkin Moto? Or
No, it
something
wasn't
else?
Talkin Moto. He already has his Talkin Moto stickers. I put one of my stickers on it.
Nice. Yeah, I like that Langston's like, someone got a little happy with the hose. Like, I don't know if that was... Yeah, that was 450 second moto, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, not to go back to that Kellogg when I got to see you guys. The bikes look pretty sharp out there.
They definitely do look good.
Why do you act surprised by that?
Nah, I mean it looks good. That's what I'm saying. Nice
It
and
does.
clean, and the yellow pops.
Oh God, my bike practically glows in the dark. That yellow color. It's ridiculous.
I like it.
I gotta get a black front fender for mine. I think it'll look good with that.
Yeah, that'll definitely sharpen it up. I think it's funny how everybody thinks I'm on a Suzuki now.
I used to get that a little bit when I put the Hannah kit on my YZ when I long time ago. People thought it was a Suzuki.
It's entertaining.
It looks like they fixed the 450 Moto 2. So if you want to watch the first 10 minutes of it, it appears that they fixed it
Sweet.
over on promotocross.com.
Whoa.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was a little bummed. I checked the results before I watched it, which isn't ideal. But I was up north. There was no way I was going to watch it, and I was sick and tired of busting drywall out and tile and plumbing. And I was taking a little break and checked my phone to see how the races went.
Yeah, I kind of.
Honestly, I completely forgot that the races are on Saturday now. So, like an idiot, I went on Facebook Saturday night. I was like, oh, okay. Greta went ahead and filled me in on everything that happened.
What'd you guys think of that? That was pretty awesome, huh?
What?
Little Jeremy, just smoking them.
That's part of it that I haven't seen.
Oh, spoiler alert.
No, I don't care. Obviously, we have to talk about it. So
Yeah, he pretty much waxed him. I think first moto he won by 15 seconds. And I thought the second moto it was a little bit bigger gap than that.
I think in both motos, though, he had upwards of 20 seconds. I think he coasted a little bit at the end of the first moto and lost a little bit of time, but second moto, he won by 18, I think, or something like that. It was pretty damn impressive. A lot of people were talking about kind of everyone else, and he just went out there and put it to him.
Yep.
I don't know. I wonder how good that bike is compared to last year. Sounds like it's a lot faster. I don't know that the chassis must work too, because that's got a backwards motor too, and it's funny that they don't have any issues with it at all. The 450 was just weird geometry or something, but when it first came out, but looks like they got it right for the 250.
Yeah, because him and Webb did pretty good. Uh-oh.
Who was? Oh yeah, who was the other one? Porcel. I was more excited to see Porcel ride again. I love watching that dude ride.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have did a little bit better than what he did, but
I kind of thought he would too, but when you consider he's been sitting out for 2 years or whatever, or a year and a half, he hasn't raced in. That ain't too bad coming back. And he looked like, I mean, it looked like he was barely riding, of course.
right.
Every time I saw him ride, it was just effortless.
Oh no. I thought this was cheesy, so we're going to do it right now. We've been streaming for 15 minutes, and you know you can save 15 whatever with Geico in 15 minutes.
Hey, they're not paying us. Don't read that on there.
I can't wait till Esurance gets on board and does their 7.5 minute bit where it's twice as fast as
Oh, man.
it's twice as fast as Geico. I use Esurance, so I'll push them before I push Geico.
Oh, I thought that was a little cheese, but then I screwed it up. I didn't have it written down. All right, that's all I got. You guys go to Jordan on Friday?
I did.
Is that where this comment's coming from in the chat room about your bike with no rider?
Oh no, that happened at Kellogg.
Oh no.
And then ag-
Bike somewhere without it?
and then again on Sunday at Meadow. It doesn't like me anymore, so it keeps throwing me off of it, and it takes off on its own.
She's not listening.
Trust me, it is being punished right now. It is in the basement in pieces.
Blanket over it in the dark.
Just about. Actually, half of it is in the basement, half is in the garage yet.
Yeah, we haven't had a podcast since the Pro-Am at Kellogg, have we?
No, we haven't.
No, it's like we're starting over.
Well, it was a good time. That sums it up, I think.
That was a really good time. It kind of sucked that there wasn't a bigger turnout as far as every other class except for the Pro-Am classes, but it was still a good time. Hopefully next year it'll just be that much bigger if we keep talking about how much fun we had.
Everyone has fun. What did Lee have that last year too? Or no?
No, this is the first one they've ever done.
Yeah, it seemed like they had 27 450 guys. I don't remember how many were in 250s, but
There was 18 in the 250s,
18.
which is a pretty good turnout. But 27 in the 450 class, that was awesome.
That was nuts, man. It was pretty impressive to watch that. When they first came out of the gate, it was like, holy shit, this is racing.
What else happened? Trying to think. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised you didn't hear the big news from Jordan on Friday night.
No.
Because I heard about it from plenty of other people this weekend.
Are they mad at us?
Oh, no. It's more at me than anything else, but I'm so sick and tired of hearing the Leanne Rimes version of the national anthem, so I sang it myself. I said the hell with it.
How did it go?
How'd that go?
Oh, I don't know. Got mixed reviews. I think the worst I heard was, I've heard better. I've heard worse, but I've heard better.
I thought last time they did it, it was the last time I heard must be a different one that they play at Kellogg, because the one at Kellogg is like
Oh, that one's terrible.
super sped up, and it's like, oh, say, can you see?
Did you guys?
Well, I probably would have done a lot better if Will wasn't standing on the finish line jump right in front of me trying to get me to laugh the whole time.
I couldn't do it. That's for sure.
I don't think I'd ever even attempt it unless I was in the bag.
Did you guys see the nice little spot we got on page 6 of the Motokazi 2014 event program.
Scott, we have signed our
Yeah,
page in
and
the
we may or may
official
autographed it.
Motokazi event program.
Nice. See, you guys are a big deal now.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
That's what happens when you wander into the Motokazi red shed after they're all half in the bag.
Oh boy. All right. Back to it. Do you think it's kind of weird that it's been 10 years since Yamaha has won a national in the 250s?
I don't know.
I just thought that seems like a long time. But
I don't know. It seems to me like the manufacturers go back and forth. It's like they try to make it big in the 450s and then they go back to 250s and focus on that. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But also it just depends on who they're getting for riders too. That makes a huge difference.
right. I think I lost my bet. Not that I was really betting anyone, but I would have bet that Zach Bell would not have finished Glen Helen.
Yeah, I was actually going to put money on that because that kind of actually pissed me off when you said that.
He did crash.
Yeah. But it wasn't too bad. Didn't he just kind of pop up on the barrier, got a little squirrely or something, got on the hill or something? Yeah, I mean, I guess nothing against the guy, but it just seems like he crashes, he heals up, he comes back and wads it up again, and he's in a kind of a vicious cycle.
It happens. I mean, when are we going to start talking about Dean Wilson in the same way? I mean, he's been
I've
doing
been
the
saying
same
that for a
thing.
while, man. That guy crashes all the time.
Okay. I guess it's already begun.
I said it in the Supercross. Remember, he had the tough time staying in between the. He needs to get his eyes checked because he runs the block all the time. And here,
Well,
I
it's
don't
'cause
know what happened. He was just coming down a hill and got kicked or something. But
They're saying his bike might have cut out again.
well, did you notice? I don't know if you saw that in the one moto. I don't know if it was the same moto, but he threw his hand up like in frustration around the mechanics area. I know Langston made a comment about it, talking about, I think he was trying to pass Porcel. So I think it was the second moto. He was having a mechanical issue, I think. At least he looked like he was having one. Maybe that's what it was. I'm going to have to watch that again now. I didn't realize, where'd you read that?
I was just flipping through Racer X here before the show.
Beep, beep.
And there's a lot of talk about that.
Yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, they've had tons of, weird little electrical gremlins all summer, or all winter, I mean.
Mick failure.
No reason to think that the stuff's not still going on if they haven't figured out what it is.
No, I think he's got to be just thinking, I can't wait to get on a 450 and be done with this crap.
Yeah.
Because he's already signed his deal for next year, right?
What they say.
Um,
Supposedly he signed with Red Bull KTM.
uh,
Because Roxon is leaving to go to RCH.
oh, man.
I don't think Roxon's real happy with the KTM from what I've read, I guess. Dungey made it work on him, so.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. Chris wanted to know what happened to Anderson's bike in that second moto. Didn't it just blow up?
Motor let go, yeah.
KTMs.
Yeah, you see he's going to be on a Husky next year?
Oh, yeah.
Which will be the same bike as the KTM.
Yeah. Yeah, did you see the pictures of Wilson's knee?
Yeah, that was pretty nasty.
It looked a lot like my arm when I cut it open, but you could see that white tendon running through there and stuff. I would imagine, what was that, maybe a foot peg or something caught him? I mean, what else would do it?
Yeah, that's oh, go ahead.
That's what I figured was probably a foot peg. I mean, nobody has any video or even any pics of the crash, so it's hard to say what it was, but
it seems, I suppose a foot peg, I don't know, that is just weird, especially like, you have to assume he's got to have knee braces on, not saying that would stop a foot peg, but like,
Yeah.
for it to
Well, that's like
to get in there with all your other crap that you have on right there, I don't know.
I'm guessing he was almost like sitting on the side of the bike as it was, like as he was tumbling. He may have ended up on top of the bike or something where the foot peg managed to get up underneath the back of his leg. That's like the only vulnerable part of your knee when you're wearing, protective knee braces.
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, he tumbled down that hill for 5 minutes from the sounds of it, so maybe he ran into a random cactus or something.
I just couldn't imagine. I mean, obviously he's got to know something's up, but then take your pants off to, you I don't know what the hell you're thinking, then to look down and see that's not cool.
Well, he was probably never actually able to see it, judging by where it is.
Right.
And I don't know about you, but I've never seen the backside of my knees.
Ooh, ouch.
What do you guys think of the track?
I thought it was typical Glen Helen.
Why did we ever stop going back there? I thought it was awesome.
I don't know. I thought it was awesome too. It's the first thing I thought when, I forgot how much I actually liked that place. And yeah, when I first started watching the race, I was like, hell yeah, it's so nice that they're finally back there.
I liked the dirt looked really good. Like it wasn't dusty, which is surprising because it's Southern California. It's a damn desert, but it looked like the moisture was. I don't know. It looked like the track held the moisture well, and I like that section where they had like that. It was kind of one line, but it was like that sand rollers going around that like peninsula of people.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were close, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they were right
that was
there.
The closest I think I've ever seen people to a motocross track, and it was like, I mean, it wasn't all that fast of a section, but I wish it would have developed another line in it because it was really one line. But
yeah, but no, they were right there. They showed pictures of Stewart coming through there, and people like holding their hands out. They could touch him. I mean,
yeah,
they were right there.
Crazy.
I thought that it didn't look like much fun.
It's not supposed to be fun. I mean, we talked about this before. I think you still got Supercross on the brain. This is motocross. This is how it's supposed to be.
Well, I'm sure it was fun to ride. There was a couple of big jumps that looked fun. It was just chewed up and rough in spots.
I need to go.
It did kind of suck that one step up got so chewed out to the point where nobody could jump it. That kind of sucked, but
Oh,
I mean,
that big double looking thing that went into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
kind of like though how
it's outdoor racing. That's how it's supposed to be.
I liked the way they had a lot of the sections set up so there was multiple lines that were almost the same speed. Like that section you were just talking about, if you singled it and went to the inside, it was just about as fast as doubling it, which of course forced you to the outside. And then that section before the start straight, that like, I don't know, it was like a single to tabletop, and if you downsided it, you were basically going to go wide.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just jumped up onto the top of it and got on the brakes, you could hug the inside. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always liked about that track, and that it's so wide, but I mean, inside to outside, there really isn't a whole lot of difference in speed or, in time. So you can haul ass around the outside, and you're really not making up a whole lot of time.
I feel like the dude that designs it, that Jody dude, I think he probably puts a ton of thought into the track. I feel like he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but I feel like it's really, really well thought out.
Yeah, I think he puts in a little more effort than drawing it up on a cocktail napkin.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's where the good ideas come from.
No, it's true. I think he at least puts a case of beer into it.
Maybe.
Got a little more cardboard there, a little more area to work with.
Are you talking about the local promoter or?
No.
Whoa.
No. He puts a lot of thought into his tracks too, if you actually sit down and talk to him about it.
So What'd you think of it's Rodriguez, right? Getting knocked out. Jason, you might, if you haven't seen the start of the second moto.
Oh, you're going to be all Zach Bell on him again. No,
Rodriguez.
you're going to start saying, oh, all he does is go out there and crash, and then he's out for, because he did it in Supercross, too.
Well, he's 2 for 2. I'm just laying out facts right now.
Hey, it's a tough learning curve.
But
I'm sure it all stems from the fact that he's like at the front in his first races and probably trying to go way too hard too soon.
or going 70 miles an hour into a first corner.
Yeah.
Probably didn't help.
Yeah, that first turn is crazy. The start straight is crazy how long it is.
Yeah.
How slow the bikes look on a big space like that. Like the bikes look like they were struggling for speed. But it was very cool. I like that. Definitely unique.
Yeah, it definitely looked pretty cool, and it's nice too. They can really kind of separate out. It's not like it's super tight either. Then they hit that big bank corner and
The Talladega turn.
yeah.
It's not really a Talladega turn. Talladega goes the other way.
I was gonna say I've never seen NASCAR turn right, but
That's why I don't get why they call it a Talladega turn.
I haven't posted this yet, but we were out driving around Sunday, I think, and I seen a guy. He had this license plate. Oh, I don't have it on my phone, but it was like into ATVs or something like that. I kind of chuckled and laughed at him. That is all.
Did you throw something at him?
Silly four-wheelers.
I had a pretty
that's all I
good.
saw.
I had a pretty good argument on the track with a guy at Meadow on Sunday.
Let's hear it.
Well, there was
riding?
there's all these trail riders there, and some of them are on the track and just completely in the way. And then you pass them, finally get around them, and then they cut the track and they're right in front of you again. And this guy did it to me like 8 times with 2 of his buddies. So we're going down the back section, and they get in the corner, and they're all basically stopping in the corner because that corner was pretty slippery. So I rode up right in the middle of them, and I said, "The trails are up there," and I pointed up the hill. And the guy yells back at me, "Millville's down there," which made me laugh, and I rode away.
Did you say, I know Millville's down there, that's why I'm here?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, all right. What'd you guys think of Grant winning Moto 1?
Awesome. I like it. I didn't think there was any way he'd actually pull it off.
It got pretty close at the end.
He almost didn't, but I was surprised Roxon didn't get a little more aggressive in that last turn. I'm pretty sure I would have been knocking a guy down if it was for the win.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. I expected him to be a little more feisty, but
It almost looked like in that last turn he could have made contact, but chose not to, I guess. I feel like for the win, if you could knock the guy down and then push your bike up over that little hill, you got the win.
do you suppose after the second moto he was kind of going, "God, I should have done what Dungey did to me.
Yeah.
Then I would have had the overall."
Do you? This could be a stretch, but do you think that pass Dungey did, has anything to do with now that they're not going to be teammates anymore?
No,
I think
he's
so.
going for the win.
Well, that was a solid pass. I mean, that was pretty damn good to stick it in like that. And he ran him kind of, a little bit off the track, kind of ran it over on him. But he did what he had to do to keep him behind him, which Dungey doesn't always do. And look how many opportunities he had before that up that hill. He kept getting ahead of him, but never cut the line off. He never, squeezed him off or whatever.
Right.
Just kept letting Roxon go slingshot by him.
Well, a lot of those turns you couldn't. You'd have to jump a 5-foot berm to shut him down. But that corner you could. So I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think it's just he wanted to win the race.
I think people think that maybe like because in Supercross Kenny came out and for the most part Ken kind of whooped Dungey for most of the year in Supercross and then had some bad races at the end. And I think in the beginning when he was beating Dungey, people were thinking that it was probably like, uncomfortable and tense in the KTM truck, but I'm sure once things kind of settled out and they got into the pecking order with Dungey coming out on top, things probably calmed down in the truck. And now things will be hot again probably since they're, more than likely going to be battling all summer. I don't know if Kenny will make it all summer though at the front. He didn't last in Supercross, and that's got to be a little easier.
Didn't they gap the field by like a minute between first and fourth? I thought it was a pretty good spread of people.
I don't even know who got third. Was it Kennard?
Overall was Kennard.
Pretty sure Kennard was third, second moto. I don't remember first moto.
Whoa.
I don't know much about that. I haven't analyzed the results much. It was funny because it was good racing, so I really only paid attention to like the top two guys.
Well, that was the weird part, is you got to the end of the second moto, at least in the 450s, and it's like, I just watched this whole race and watched these two guys for what seems like this whole race and completely forgot that there was anybody else on the track unless they were being lapped.
Yeah, that's what when you watch the broadcast and you got a good battle going on, it's just so much better than watching it when when they're looking for things to talk about, when they're watching guys back in fifth and sixth that are just cruising around and they're trying to talk about things to keep it interesting.
Well, yeah,
those are the two races that I take naps on.
Yep, it was like Wygant and Langston. It was like all of a sudden, holy crap, 2 lap board is out. We should probably go through the top 10. And then they like scurried through it quick. But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here watching on my laptop thinking, oh, I got to sit here for 30 minutes plus 2. This is going to take forever. But no, I was actually entertained by it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, like how first moto it was, 0.4 of a second, and then, second moto was, I don't know what the gap was, but obviously a lot closer than the 250s, so that's cool that you can, they can battle for, what do you say, 40 minutes, 35 minutes, and have it be that close, so. But it was, Grant, Roxon, Dungey got third first moto.
Yeah.
What did you think of Metcalf? He was fourth in Moto 1. So I thought that's a lot better than I thought he was gonna do.
What did he do last year when he came here for those 3 races? He was like finishing fifth and sixth.
I guess I don't even remember.
He was on a privateer bike. So, and coming off of, he did say, I read an interview where read or watched, I don't remember, but he said that his new bike is significantly different. The factory Cowie is way different than what he rode up in Canada, even though it was a Cowie, but he didn't have air forks on the Canada. There was a couple other differences. He said the engine hits way harder on the factory Cowie and stuff. But I mean, I would imagine that bike's got to be really good. You got 2. I think Chad. I think he put some input into it with factory Cowie, and I know he's mentioned before that he talks to them about what he's doing, and they talk to him about what they're doing. So, and with Villapoto, I'm sure you got 2 really good test riders. So I'm sure that bike is awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure
I don't like saying because I don't like Cowie, but
yeah, I'm sure the Canadian R&D isn't anywhere near what it is in the States, and I'm sure they don't dump near as much money into them either.
But no, yeah, he did awesome. What did he get? 4 or 5 for, fourth. He tied Kennard with 34 points, so lost the tiebreaker. But
that ain't bad for a first race in the USA in a year.
This is kind of side subject, but do Do you like the points? How first is 25, and then you have to get to the top 20 to start scoring any points. Does that seem okay?
It sucks for a lot of guys out there that finish 21st.
I just think, and I don't know what the answer is, but like Martin in Alex, he goes 40-10 and gets, I don't know what it was, like 16th overall or something. And then like Zach Bell goes 16-16 and he gets like 20th overall or something like that. But I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I think
I got a problem with that part of the point structure. I think that, I don't know, I guess, I was talking at Supercross about how the points, seems like if you have a bad race, you're out of it, because it's so many points to make up. In motocross, it's a lot easier to make up points because there's twice as many up for grabs at each race.
right.
So I'm not sure that I dislike it in motocross. I only don't like the point system when one guy runs away with it. So we'll see what happens, I guess, this year. I'd like to see it, maybe not be, if a guy DNFs, I'd love to see it not completely destroy his championship hopes, but that's just the way it is right now.
Right. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about it. It's just like, it's cool for Alex, but I just think a 16-16 is better than a 40-10. But I'll quit talking.
Well, I don't know what you're gonna get by giving the back 20 points. I mean, it's not. I think over the course of the season, it probably doesn't make all that much of a difference. I mean, you're talking about a minuscule amount of points that far back anyway. So.
Well, but if you gave people points for even back to 40th, that would have put Alex in a better points position than Zach Bell.
Yeah, I hear what you're
Doesn't
saying.
make sense.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know.
That was a good ride for Alex, though. I think. What happened to him in the first moto? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I have no idea. I would have to assume he must have had some sort of bike problem because I think he was out pretty early.
That would have been 4 Yamahas then in the top 10 in the second moto at least. Because you had Martin, Webb. Wait a minute, did Webb finish the second moto?
Yeah, he got second.
Okay. And then Porcel, and then Martin, the other Martin. Who else might have been up there? Would have been a good run for him.
Stupid chart isn't working. It's just giving me numbers, so I don't know who's all where. Vogel, it was Martin, Webb, Seeley, Baggett, Purcell, Bogle. I always say his name, Medaglia, Muskin.
Who's Medaglia?
Sorry. I don't know.
You mean Bishalia?
Did I say, is it Bishalia? 96? Wow.
Yeah, Matt Bishalia.
I'm going off of numbers in memory. Give me a break.
All right, that's pretty good then, because I wouldn't be able to do that. But
Well, Medaglia is that kid from Canada. There's 2 of them, I think, Jeremy and Tyler.
Mm.
So you at least had a rider. Just wasn't even close.
Yeah, all my scouting chart is just giving me numbers and Moto 1, Moto 2, and their total points, and that's it. I don't have no name or nothing.
Scott, you should come to Jordan and help me announce a race sometime, and I'll let you go through the
Oh, God.
starting lineups on the gate.
Number 7, Mushmouth.
Entertaining as hell.
No invite for me, you bastard.
Well, you don't mess up names repeatedly.
Well, else I get it wrong.
Any of you are welcome anytime.
Yeah, we'll have to plan it out. I know I got to come up in a couple weeks, but not this weekend, but next weekend. I don't know in the next
There's nothing going on that weekend.
Yeah, have to try to.
My wife turns 30. She's gonna be an old lady.
Woo! No comment.
I'm gonna be very busy that weekend, I have a feeling.
So Barsha was running good. Chain fell off.
How shitty a luck do you have to break a chain off? I mean, that's the one part on my bike I'm pretty sure that will never ever break ever in my entire
Oh.
career of riding.
You just jinxed yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah, but how many their chains are probably used one race.
I know, but
They should never ever break ever.
I've broken
And
a
his
chain.
and Shorty's broke,
Yeah.
which is crazy to me.
Did they actually break, or did somebody screw up the master link?
Well, I mean, okay, so either way, still pretty slim chances.
I would rather it break than have it fall off because of a mechanical mishap.
I'd just say, never say never, because I lost one once, and it was not cool.
Yeah, I would never want my chain to fall off. What'd you think of Stewart just plowing into Kennard? It had to have been because he was slowed down for that lapper, right? Or do you think combination of that and Stewie was just
definitely.
coming in too hot?
I don't think Stewart even had any clue that he had checked up so much. Like, I don't think he was probably setting up for the corner and not necessarily watching Kennard that closely to see that he was gaining on him way too quick. But
You're going to have to
It
start
just-
running brake lights.
kind of looked like it caught him off guard. That he didn't even appear to notice that he was running into the back of Kennard until he already did it.
Yeah, he clobbered him pretty good. Brake lights and some flags. Think that'd be good. Have like an 8-foot flag.
Like a dune rider.
Guy's missing eyeballs.
Barsha would whip it and get tangled up in a flag. Oh.
What did Barsha get, fourth in the second moto?
And
And he was fourth in the first one, I think, before his chain fell off.
Yeah, he got fourth in the second moto. So, hang on. Work with me, computer. What did he end up getting? Yeah, he got 34.44. 13th overall.
Was this his 3-moto format?
Why?
34.44.
That's what I heard.
34.4. 13th overall. There's a lot of fours in there.
You keep adding fours. Now it's a 4-moto format.
Dang it. Alright, fine. Be that way. So, Grant's first win since 2010, I thought they said.
Awesome. Glad to see
A buddy
it.
of mine used to call him Down syndrome because of his picture that they'd always show like on the bottom of the screen or whatever, his little AMA photo. And he did look, I don't know, he's making a stupid face or something in the photo.
That is
And
not
he-
nice.
It is not nice, but I always think of it every time I see Grant. And he's kind of I don't know if I like him or not. I don't know if I like his Metal Militia affiliation.
Yeah, I don't really like that part, but I like him a lot better than I did when he was young.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I still have kind of a soft spot for him, but he reminds me of one of my old riding buddies. That's why I guess I still feel for him.
I wish he'd, keep it together. That's one of the things that bugs me about him is that he'll have this race, and then, he followed it up with a crash in the first. I don't know if it was in the first turn or what, but it'd be nice to see him come out next week, and I'm sure he'll do really good at Hangtown because he's always good there. I think he led one of his first pro races at Hangtown and then stalled it. If I remember right from some Great Outdoors movie, but it was, I think he'll do good again, but he'll probably do the same type of thing where he'll have one good moto, one bad moto, and then we might not see him ride good again the rest of the year, which wouldn't surprise me, but also it probably wouldn't surprise me either to see him win another one because he's pretty fast, but
I don't.
he's hit or miss. Usually he's on the ground hurt too, so.
I'm brain farting. How did Roxon start that first moto? He was up near the front, and Grant just kind of. No. Was it Nicoletti? Is that who
Yep.
kind of held him up a little bit, and he got away?
Yeah, Nicoletti started in second and pretty much went. I don't know. He dropped anchor pretty fast, but
He finished
stayed upright though, which is good.
11.
Yeah. He dropped 6 or 7 positions in the first 2 laps, I think. Owen Reese says Mankato is a rider's track. What's that mean?
I don't really know what that means.
Like, not a man's track, it's a rider's track.
Explain yourself, sir. Speaking of, might as well talk about that now. Mankato, that's this weekend. You guys going?
No.
Nope.
Negative.
Negatory, unfortunately.
Which sucks because I like Mankato.
Me too.
Yeah, so if you want to go, for our loyal listeners, got practice Saturday, 10:30 till 4. Races Sunday, practice at 8. Races at 9. So.
And if you've never been to Mankato, it is a 450 track. Got a lot of hills. It's kind of back and forth up the hill.
It's fun regardless.
Yeah.
The only one that I really hated, and I don't know if they still have it that way, it's pretty much when you're on the backside and you climb up that hill for the last time, and it like goes up and it goes all the way to the other side. Is that still like that? Do you know? I never.
Trying to think. If you're talking about the one with the sweeper at the top of it?
Yeah, kind of. It would go to your left, turns to the left a little bit.
All the way up to the left, and then at the end of the left, it's like a hairpin right.
Track hasn't changed.
I hated that. I always get like square edge bumps and.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes that develop in that hill, but the worst part for me was going there with it was even on my 252 stroke, I was getting eaten alive by the 450s going up the hills, and then it'll be even worse now. I haven't been there since I had my 250F, I don't think, but just got to overcome them with technique.
That's right. And straight up aggression and fitness.
Old Jason, he's got the big 450, but it doesn't always help him.
Oh.
I'm calling you out.
Mankato is the only track that I've ever beat Jeff straight up. So.
Oh, that is true.
I
didn't I fall down or something?
No.
Mankato is not a spectator track.
I believe. You sure?
I'm positive. I don't know what you were behind me.
I think I went over the berm, but I don't think I fell.
It's okay. I crashed second moto and threw it all away. That's what I do.
That's not the only time, is it?
I don't know. It's the only time I can
know
remember.
you beat me at Tigerton.
Okay.
My first moto.
I meant straight up.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I fell down twice. I mean, hey, we both started at the same time.
Nuh-uh, I got stuck in the gate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mine's the only gate that didn't drop. What the hell?
It was funny because Jason was pissed about it, and afterward I'm thinking, well, what are they going to do? I mean, they can't really do anything about it at this point.
I thought I handled that fairly well.
Yeah, you got over it pretty damn quick, but
compared to some of my temper
I
tantrums.
was thinking about it after you said something. I'm like, well, right, but what can be done? There's nothing you can do at this point now that the race is over.
No,
You
I
can't-
knew it. I knew as soon as I went that if I really was pissed about it, I should have just sat there.
Yeah.
But Scotty finally got to witness one of my temper tantrums in real life.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I gotta yell at Jason. Oh, too. Last time when I raced him at Kellogg, he tried to fake me out by like flinching on the gate. You know, going, and I'm like, I start going, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, don't go. I'm gonna hit the gate. He almost got me. I think he almost got Caleb too. I think Caleb moved a little bit too after Jason did.
What, how'd your, was that your knee or your ankle, Jason?
That was all ankle.
Are you back 100%?
Oh, it's all right. That happens pretty much every time I race, Scott, so don't worry about it. That one is messed up pretty much for life, so it doesn't matter if I ride or don't ride. It's always a problem, so.
Don't worry, Scott. I was fine though.
You guys want to hit up that commercial?
Let's take a break. I want a slice of pizza.
Oh, that's who that is, huh? Ace Graphics is King Color and Chrome.
Yeah, I hope so.
Jason says he.
See?
That's what happens when you creep.
All right, guys, let's take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. We would like to thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from The Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Hello?
Hello?
Is everybody there?
I'm getting a wicked echo from you or someone.
No. That's not good.
I don't like it either. It's only when I yell, so I'm pretty sure I'm just picking up the sound coming out of your speakers or something.
You know, it has been a while, so I think we're doing good. No problems. We started on time. I think that's a good sign. What happened to Jason?
Fell off a cliff.
Getting pizza can be dangerous.
I should probably get something to eat. I'm hungry.
Do you ever get up to Staples, Jeff?
Not very often.
I know. I hit them up on Facebook today. They got practice tomorrow.
It's an awesome track. I know I like it up there, but it's a really good facility too. He's really got it set up nicely, and it looks really nice. Takes good care of it.
So 4 to 8 tomorrow. You guys gonna go ride that dirt scooter?
A little bit sandier than the soil down here, but it's got kind of a hard base underneath of it. Probably, I don't know, 8 inches down or so. So you get some rough, like square edge holes and stuff. So it's, I don't know, it's a little. I mean, it's definitely different soil than down here, but it's not. It's pretty tame track too, and I think he's got his. He's got 50s. I don't know. He's got 2 tracks there, I guess. One of them I know is for quads, and I think he might run 50s on the quad track or something. So, I really like the idea of tracks having a separate mini track on practice days, but on race days, it's not so much fun.
Yeah, especially when you're doing both, huh? Doing double
Yeah,
duty.
I mean, if I showed up there and if me and Thor wanted to race on the same day, it would be virtually impossible for me to help him get up there and get going, and for me to race at the same time, because the structure up there is not, like at Kellogg they have one guy that runs the kids track, and I mean they're pretty much done with their motos by like 9:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But,
yeah, they can get in and get out.
yeah, and then they just open it up for open practice. So you almost got to bring. For me, I would have to have my wife come, and she'd have to know what she was doing and handle him, and I would ride my races. So that's kind of a bummer. But for practice, it's nice because we went to, the Saturday of the Pro-Am. You just got a ton of riding time in because there's only 3 or 4 classes total. So it's just like you ride, and then you take like what seems like a half-hour break, and you're out there riding again. So.
No, wait, I don't see your brother in the chat room. He's up by Brookston, right? Or that's kind of where he goes?
He lives in Crosby. But when he rides, he likes Staples and Cambridge. There's his 2 primary tracks in Little Falls.
Okay.
So he doesn't do the chat room thing anymore because he's out South Dakota working during the week.
Oh, I did notice he was posting a lot of stuff from that neck of the woods.
Yeah. He's got a job working for some guy where they do like road signs or something, and they go out to South Dakota and work all week, and then he comes home Friday night. So kind of a lot of travel, but he gets the winters off, so he'll be able to go down south some this winter and kind of do whatever he wants, I guess, all winter.
You guys want some hot off the press breaking news?
Is it Zach Osborne?
Yep.
I saw that. I didn't even know anything happened to him.
Yep.
You want to
Tore.
know something even more impressive?
Let's hear it.
It's 8:05. Every time I look at the clock, it's 8:05.
That's not good, Jeff.
I just leave it set at 8:05.
But yeah, you repair a torn something or other ligament. Left thumb. Out
You know,
6 weeks.
someone should tell him that Jesse Nelson doesn't even have a thumb,
Yeah.
and he's out there racing. So I'm pretty sure just ride without a thumb.
Needs to toughen up.
He should just have it removed. I mean, what's the recovery time on a removed thumb? A couple hours?
What is this link? Jason, what are you doing?
Sorry. I was having an episode.
Owen just shared a link. I don't know if you guys copied it. Many ways of how not to ride a dirt bike. I think I've seen this one floating
Where
around.
have you seen this? Is this in the chat room?
Yeah.
I hate the chat room with my iPad. It doesn't work right.
Oh. But, come on. Oh, shoot. All right. Sorry. Getting sidetracked. Thanks for the share there, Owen. When, hang on. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to look it up first so, Jason doesn't get mad at me. Bear with me.
I just want to say that I hate Facebook, but I'm addicted to it.
Jason, are you getting ready for June 14th? 14th, 15th?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
You looked that up just so you could say that.
Yeah, because I ask you guys every time, hey, when's the regional?
Well, you could have just said, are you getting ready for the regional?
Dang it.
That's hilarious.
So, I put it in
He's
my...
preparing himself by crashing a lot at races and practicing.
Getting it out of the way now.
Well, thank you.
So that's what...
It must mean you're
I'm just
pushing.
worried about how I'm actually going to pull it off.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Are you going to pull it off?
No, I finally have the money. I finally have the money to go again. So, even though it meant selling my baby,
Let's take a moment of silence to remember the animal.
let's take a little pause for the Vanimal.
we get your bugle out. I'm gonna tear up again. That's why it took me so long to come back. I just finally got my eyes dried.
It wasn't with you that long.
Yeah, but man, we had a lot of memories.
Did you get to leave the stickers on? Or did you
Oh, I
pull-
left the stickers on.
Nice. Because you know he's
Guy
not
asked me-
taking them off.
Oh, a guy asked me if I was taking them off. He came yesterday and looked at it, and he asked me if I was going to take the stickers off. And I told him I spent 6 hours taking the damn stickers off the new one. I'm not taking the stickers off the old one.
You should have told him it cost him a couple $100.
No, because I wasn't going to do it regardless.
Let me think about that. No. So,
And there will be no stickers put on the new one. I'm never going through that again.
I don't know if I like that idea.
I know we have such a nice...
I said I wasn't going to put any stickers on that one too, so...
What are people going to think? You're just driving around in a van? I mean, you got to have a reason for the van.
It's true.
But now he doesn't have the creeper van.
It's plenty
Well,
creepy.
I'm not sure that you can say that because this one has a lot fewer windows in it.
But that's a cargo van. People see
Well,
that
true,
and they
but-
know what's up. They don't see the van down by the river van. Like, that's a cargo van. Could be working.
Yeah, your other van did look a little bit like Uncle Rico's van.
It wasn't quite that bad, but it was close.
I'm not saying it's bad. You're okay. Everything's fine.
Uncle Rico was cool, man. He could throw a football like a champ.
It's true.
This video to prove it.
I just know that taking them stickers off that thing was probably the worst job I've ever had.
Until you busted out the power washer.
Well, the problem is I used the power washer, and that takes the vinyl off just fine, but the glue is still there.
Use some. You didn't ask me about that. Dang it.
Well, I went through 2 cans of adhesive remover.
You can
And it
also use
worked. It
brake
just-
cleaner.
Well, yeah, but it all works the same. I mean, it's not like it just wipes off when you use that stuff.
It's a little rough on
still-
your hands.
Yeah, you still have to work at it. So, and I don't know who Malcolm is. Was it Malcolm? No, Marshall. But apparently this guy does not own a vacuum cleaner or a rag or soap because I have never seen such a pigsty in my life.
Have you ever seen those like truck mechanics that come to like we used to have a truck mechanic that come to Lampert's and he'd be working on forklifts and the guy was literally perpetually covered in grease.
Oh, that was
He
this
just-
guy.
I don't
all
even
the
know
way.
how this guy like. I mean, you couldn't touch anything ever with these guys' hands.
I don't know how this guy could stand driving. Like, come on, dude. There's at least 10 pounds of oil dry spread all over in the back, and you didn't. Yeah, it soaked up the oil you spilled, but it's still laying back there.
It's weight for winter driving.
There's grease on the ceiling and grease all over everything, and it was a mess. It took me a long time to get it cleaned up, and it's still not great.
So, did you sell your truck then too?
No,
So you're going to be driving the new van all the time though, right?
no. I didn't spend a whole lot of money on it, so it is strictly moto van. If I ever get it on the road.
So when I come up in a couple weeks, we'll put a giant talkinmotopodcast.com sticker on the side.
Probably.
Free of charge.
You might want to wait till I dip it.
What do you guys think? I was gonna take notes when I was watching the race, but I didn't. But I do remember this. Weston Pike's getup, his whole his gear and bike combo. I thought it was awesome. I mean, that gear he was wearing in the first moto, I don't remember. I know he's wearing Shift, and I'm pretty sure Shift has the nicest looking gear out of anyone. I love everything that they have, I think. But it looked really good with his bike. I think his gear was yellow and black and red with his yellow bike, and it looked awesome. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but
I did not. I'm gonna look it up here.
I also really liked the Troy Lee Design stuff that those guys were rocking. That bright yellow, or I don't know if it was yellow or green, or it was super bright.
That the Predator was wearing?
Yep. All the TLD guys had it.
Yeah, that was bright.
I just got the email today with all the 2015 Troy Lee gear, and it all looks sharp.
Yeah, I haven't been a big fan of theirs
I'm a
for a
fan.
long time, but whatever they were wearing was awesome.
I'm trying to look right now.
Tedesco looked pretty good too on that new Fox gear. I like that Fox gear that's yellow, and I think Dungey wore it a couple times in Supercross.
So that's weird. So you're saying Pike's on Shift and Tedesco's on, did you
Fox.
say Fox?
Yeah, well, Fox owns Shift, so
Oh,
they're kind of the same company in a way. That's like Reedy wears a Fox helmet,
a
And
Shift pant.
Shift gear,
Gotcha. I guess I never knew that.
and Fox boots.
Huh.
Or at least, I think he still wears Fox boots.
I didn't think he did anymore.
What is it? What else would he wear?
I don't know. Galoshes.
I know he was wearing those Fox Instincts when he tore his knee up in 2012.
Yeah.
Junk. What'd you
I
think?
agree.
What did you think? Well, Reed was probably maybe not the same boat as Stewart, but they kept saying like, Stewart just trying to get through this one, and Reed's only been riding a couple weeks. What do you think?
I didn't think it was too terrible, but I hope it's not a sign of things to come. I hope that's not where he plans to spend most of his summer.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed in him, actually. In fact, I forgot he was back until like halfway through the first moto, and I was like, well, wait a minute, where the hell is Reed?
I'm sure he'll get better. I mean, I don't know I can't remember exactly what the most recent surgery he had. It was a shoulder surgery, I think, that he had.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, that must have been tough to come back from, I would imagine. I've never had a shoulder injury, but...
Oh, I need to see if we can find this.
There isn't really many good pictures of him, but I don't
No,
know.
I
For
couldn't
some reason, I really like the Weston Pike shift setup. Actually, like I said, I like all the shift gear. They've done a really good job, I think, with creating gear that's not it's not overly flamboyant. It's just straight up good looking stuff. Like I always think about this, like look at some gear and ask yourself, where in the hell could you wear that other than the dirt bike track and not be thought of as like a lunatic? Like some of the Fox gear that they used to make where it was like pink polka dots and zebra stripes and all this, it looked like crap.
Yeah, it looked like the bottom of a bench at a bus stop.
Yeah, where could you ever wear that and not have someone look at you like you're a freaking lunatic? Except it's totally acceptable to wear that at the track and look like an idiot, but...
Well, depending on who you talk to, I disagree.
Yeah.
I was trying to see if I had this. I heard this today. Like Barsha had NFAB on his butt patch. Did you catch that, Jeff?
I didn't even know that, no.
Yeah. And then I think... Is he going to Gibbs next year? Is that the rumor?
Oh, yeah, JGR, yep.
And I think that must be one of their sponsors.
So he's just thumbing his nose at Honda?
I don't know. It's not on the bike, but it's on his butt.
Well, I think he's free to have his own... Maybe they're just sponsoring him personally. He's free to have his own sponsors where he's at.
Right.
But that's funny. Yeah, I mean, sounds like that deal's done, and supposedly, they don't talk about it, but...
Well, they're not supposed to, but...
Yeah.
Quiet.
It is what it is.
Honda must really suck if you wanted to get off it that bad. I would think I'd stay with factory Honda if I had the opportunity, but... Nothing wrong with JGR, it just seems like they don't... I don't know, maybe they just haven't had a good enough rider really to shine, but...
I just wonder how much it has to do with the bike and how much it's more just, personal feeling or whatever as far as towards the team and that. It seems like they've kind of been on shaky ground for a while. I'm sure the bike is the stem of it, but I think there's more going on there too.
Might be some of his aggressive riding that Honda's not a big fan of. Their slogan, you meet the nicest people on a Honda. Mm-hmm. Unless it's Barsha putting you over the berm.
Unless it's a guy with a creepy mustache.
We got the little nephews chiming in with my brother. He says hi. So hi, Jacob, if he's still listening.
What was I just going to say? I was going to say something, and you guys got me all flustered now.
Oh, I didn't know it was... Excuse me, folks, it's time for the Jeff Klein Hour. I'll just sit back and listen.
All right. I got nothing, so you're going to have to come up with something.
Oh, too late. The towel has been thrown in.
Crickets. You're the crickets.
An hour and 20 minutes, and we're on life support. Paddles.
I didn't have a towel, so I threw a napkin. So I guess that means I'm not done yet.
I don't know what to really talk about, I guess. It's kind of... the first race of the year, you never really know, it doesn't really tell you anything of what's to come. You don't really... I don't know. It's always a weird deal. I'm sure everyone that lined up was super nervous about going out there and trying to crush it, but obviously Martin was flying under the radar pretty good and came in and just laid wood to everyone. But
Laid wood.
I don't know if he'll do it. If he does it again next weekend, it might be like, hey, now he's got this thing figured out. It's over.
Oh, I don't know if you can ever say it's over, but
Yeah, it's over.
If he dominates again like he did, I think it's pretty much it's a sign that he's definitely capable, and it's gonna be tough for the rest of them. But
No, I think
still don't mean a thing.
I agree, but there's always, anything and everything can and will happen, but gotta remember he's still a young guy. You never know.
Yeah, I just think it's cool that, even I didn't watch all of the pre-show, but pretty much, the talk was obviously Purcell got the Oakley bomb, fastest time, blah, 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 So it's like I really didn't hear him talk about Jeremy at all.
Well, and they never talked about him in the preseason stuff. You listen to, when they were doing their title picks and stuff for the Racer X's stuff. I don't think anyone talked about Jeremy. It was all Wilson or Baggett. But I don't know why Wilson. I don't know why everyone. I wouldn't have put that much stock into Wilson. Seems like he's been on a crash fest for the last 2 years. So, but
on a little bit of a downward spiral. Did you guys take that poll today?
I took no poll.
Well, I made a little extra cash on the way home from work, so.
Was it under a bridge somewhere?
Hey,
in a dark alley?
Money's money. But, it was, what was your biggest surprise from Glen Helen? Josh Grant wins first moto of season, Dungey's last lap pass, both 450 motos coming down to the wire. Jeremy Martin domination of 250s, Yamaha 1-2 and 250s, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki struggles, James Stewart finishes out of the top 5 or other. I went with Martin's domination.
I'm starting to really hate their polls.
They are pretty stupid. It seems like they're just designed to get people whipped up.
Well, why don't you get creative with a question? Not, what was the biggest surprise?
Here's a question.
Does anything surprise anybody anymore? Because I don't know.
It's tough to be surprised, I guess. It wasn't really what anyone expected, though. I don't think anyone expected Grant. No one did.
No, of course not. But
to not pick that is kind of nuts. Martin, after it happened, of course, it's not as surprising, but leading into the year and coming off his Supercross season, it wasn't. I guess I didn't think it was all that likely. When I read that, I was kind of shocked, but he did win the last Supercross race of the year, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just feel like we all know full well that any one of those guys is capable of doing that. Did we expect it? No, probably not, but I don't know.
The other thing on the poll should have been the TV coverage is much worse than it's ever been. Would have been another one I would have added.
I don't know if you guys, if you notice this or not, but Supercross, when they interview them, right, it's here's the sponsors, boom, 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 right? Did you notice outdoors it's completely different? It's
I didn't watch any interviews.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. It's completely Webb started to, but he was, I don't know, it's just completely different. I don't know.
What let me ask you this, and I bet you it's never happened. When do you think Minnesota has swept both classes? Minnesota riders.
I would say never.
It couldn't have happened, could it? I don't think it could have ever happened, because I don't know if we've ever had two really good riders in separate classes, but I think that's pretty cool.
I didn't even think about that. That is pretty cool.
And in California, I could see it happening at Millville.
Yeah.
But in Cali, I didn't would have never guessed it, but pretty cool that. And they're from what? They're 45 minutes or an hour, let's say an hour and 20 minutes apart or an hour and a half apart where they grew up. Pretty neat.
Pretty sweet. I will agree with you.
Kind of a bummer though that with the Nationals how crappy the pay is and stuff because you get so many guys sitting out because if you're in the 250 class and you're a 15th to 25th guy, there's no money in it. The purse money's so terrible that you can't afford to go to the races. So you
Yeah.
get a lot of guys just not going, or guys that are just doing the local ones around them.
Yeah, but I think that's what that opens that up to is it's all, the local guys get to the races that they can. And I don't know. I mean, I think that part of it is cool, but I agree it would be nice to have a little more pay there so some of those guys could make it to all of them.
I guess for some of them it might work out better because they have, they can work in the summer and hit up the races they can afford to and save their money for Supercross in the fall or in the winter. But it'd just be nice to see a lot of the guys that we watch during Supercross be able to afford to go to all the nationals. I know I was listening to a different show and they were talking to Cody Gilmore and he was only hitting up a couple of them.
Really?
You go out there and you go out and get 20th place or whatever, you make $400,
Yeah.
and it's not anywhere near enough to cover your expenses, let alone make any money. So why do it? But it does open the door. The flip side of that is it does allow the local heroes to go out there and ride in front of their local, their friends and family and stuff. And
You also have to remember that
well.
you're talking about a hell of a lot more riders too. You're dealing with a 40 rider gate rather than whatever a Supercross is now. I can never remember, but I'm sure that plays a big part in it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's any surprise to anybody that outdoors is nowhere near as popular as far as a fan base as Supercross.
Yeah.
They had 81 entries in the 450 class.
Damn.
Granted, I'm sure a few are people that are not riding, but I mean, as far as entry lists, I mean,
Well, it'll be interesting to kind of pay attention to that and see what happens when we're not in California.
right?
Because I bet they don't pull those kind of numbers at Redbud,
Take a gander at 250s.
Maybe Redbud. Redbud might pull those kind of numbers.
Were you guys surprised to see Cole Seeley ride so well? I was kind of shocked to see him finish. I mean, for a while I think he was in second for a lot of the first moto, and then Cooper Webb came and caught him and passed him, and then he got dropped late in the race by Baggett, I think. But I was surprised to see him up doing that well on such a rough, gnarly track.
Stupid. I'm trying to find it. He did 4.4. So I didn't
I'd
see.
say that's pretty impressive for him.
Did you think it was weird too that they were interviewing fourth place?
They do weird stuff like that once in a while, and I never understood it.
Like, what are you doing up here? Go away.
Was he on the podium?
Yeah, like they brought him up and yeah.
They should have at least made him stand next to it. Like, you don't get up here.
Here, go
You
hang out by the
earn it.
Red Bull girl.
All right, we'll conduct your interview over by the porta potty.
I thought something was kind of interesting. On the start of those races, they kept mentioning about how it wasn't all that warm there. It was like in the 80s, which if you live in California is probably not that bad. That's probably perfect. Or if you live in Florida, for instance, which we know Christoph Purcell lives in Florida, he had like this fan on him on the start. It was like a little portable battery-powered fan blowing in his face. And I just thought, if this is too hot for you,
That just makes me hate him that much more.
What's it gonna be like? I don't know how you can hate him, you goofball.
He's French. It's easy.
It's just,
Wow.
I don't know, something about the guy. I saw his face, and it's like, I hate you.
I think it's probably just like his, maybe his broken English, which is probably better than mine. But
You're making me sound like I'm some kind of racist or something.
Listen to this. I got a funny
don't like
story
the-
that I'm gonna copy a story. It's a story I read, so it's secondhand. But when Christoph was riding for Mitch, they were out. I don't know if it was at Glen Helen or where it was, but they were testing, and Forcell was just being a dink, right? He wouldn't ride hard. He wouldn't test. He was just being a pain in the butt. And Mitch was frustrated and fed up with him and said, "Can you just go out there and give me like 2 laps? Give us something to work from here." And so he goes out there, and I think at the time like Reed was there, and there was a bunch of guys, and Reed had like the fastest lap at the track that day or whatever. And Christoph went out there and put in 1 lap, and he was like a second and a half faster than Reed's best time. And the comment was something from Mitch was like, said something about thanks or whatever, and Porcell's comment to him was, "What, you didn't think I was good?" Just made me laugh because I think he's probably such a weird dude. And he obviously is a weird dude compared to everyone else, but
Well,
that's just funny to me.
if I was Mitch, I'd have said, "Now go out there and do that for 30 plus 2, you smart ass." That's great that you can do it for 1 lap.
Well, he did it again at Glen Helen because I think his best time was like a second better than second place. But he wasn't able to put it together for the whole moto. But I think he'll be pretty good. I bet you he'll be tough to beat for the championship. I'm thinking he's got a different mindset this year. So
he was only a half a second faster than Anderson.
that's how it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a call here, folks.
Oh boy.
Put it on speaker.
Who is it?
What do you think of how they do the qualifying? They do like the top 36, and then everyone else has to do they do that like consi race.
I guess I don't know. I don't know if I can really comment on that because I'm not 100% sure how it all works. To be honest, watching outdoors is kind of new to me. It's something I have never paid a whole lot of attention to. I've always looked at results, but it's been like whatever. I'm too busy to watch these races in the summertime, which I'm trying to change that this year and actually watch them. But I don't know, I guess. I don't know that there is a good way to qualify in this sport. So
Well, no, just do like Supercross. It's the fastest 40, and then that's it. Whereas they do top 36, like Zach Williams, he qualified 38th. So then he had to do that consi race. And
I think there's 2 sides to it. I mean, one side is, hey, that's great. We're going to give these guys a chance to duke it out to get in. But the other side of it is, if you were going to qualify and now you have to go do this consi race, that's that much more riding that you have to do.
speaking of which, Zach Williams won that consi race.
Nice.
So, yeah, I could see it both ways. Yeah, maybe, of course, they're only 4 laps, too, so you don't have a ton of time, but, yeah, maybe a guy's not the greatest qualifier, but gets a decent start and, can ride 4 laps pretty good and get into the show.
Yeah, I think it can go either way. Like I said, I'm not educated on it at all as far as how it really works because that's new to me. Honestly, I didn't know that that's how they were doing it.
Heck yeah, a couple Minnesota guys. Is Jeff still in there? No. I know Owen wanted to know, who do you think, or who's your picks for Hangtown?
I don't know.
I went Stewart, Rocks, and Dungy. Those are my
I see
picks.
that.
Those are my picks.
Obviously, the feel-good pick would be Dungy again. I don't know. I honestly haven't looked at anything to even form an opinion. I'm so uneducated on outdoors that I don't even know what the track is like.
Go with your gut, buddy. That's what I did.
Fine, my gut tells me that Josh Grant's going to come out and look stellar again.
Gonna throw whipper tails and pull tear-offs.
Yep. But see, then you have to work in overall. So it gets confusing. I don't know. I'm getting a headache.
Owen said Zach broke off a header pipe, and he missed the second qualifying moto. Dang it. But
Always wrecking shit, making Sean work.
we should get Sean on sometime.
Yeah, I think that would be a good time if he'd do it. I don't know if he would or not, but it would be funny.
I've seen him a couple times. I don't know him, but I know who he is. Let's see. I wanna see if I can find it here. So, for your viewing pleasures, Hangtown should be a lot easier. Come on, computer.
I'm sure I'll probably actually get to watch it this weekend because the company I'll be in will be all about it. So
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, if you can watch it online, or it's like we got the Mav TV, so should be able to watch it on that, and then after that, you can either watch it online on the Pro Motocross, or it'll switch over to NBC. And that's just the regular NBC Sports Network. I don't think that's like what it was this weekend. And it'll be same day. It's all
I don't even know what it was on this weekend. I'd never even looked.
Yeah, what is NBC Sports? Yeah, like I said, we got that Mav TV so I could watch it, and I just TiVoed it. I seen it was on at like 1 in the morning, TiVoed that one, and then I didn't even watch anything until must have been Sunday afternoon. I finally sat down and watched it. Otherwise, Josh called me and he's like, tell me what station or where I can go online to watch it. And I'm like, I don't know if you can, but this is where you go and this is what you got to do. So, but
Yeah, I honestly forgot all about it, to tell you the truth.
Amy said it'd be good to get him on here.
Oh, he would be hilarious. I had a couple beers with him a few years back after the Motokazi banquet, and we had a good time.
What happened to our wingman?
He's probably on a very important phone call.
Oh, he's muted. That's a big deal. That's about it, buddy. I don't have much left.
Sorry, I don't have much either. I am trying to find some other Minnesotans that are going to Mount Carroll. So if anybody else is going, get a hold of me. Not that I want to glom onto you or bug you or anything. It'd just be nice to know some other people that are going.
I wonder where. They hit up Travis. I would assume Travis is probably going. Travis Muller.
Oh.
Nice. I would assume he's going. I don't know which region he did. I don't know, Owen, where you'd go to find the Canadian deal. Oh, what?
Google.
What'd you think of Alessi not racing?
I don't really care. I thought it was funny that Langston said, "Oh, he opted to race up north in Canada."
I don't know. What about the drug testing? Have you heard or paid any attention to any of that stuff?
I think it's a very interesting coincidence on a couple different levels. I don't know all that much about it, so. But yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting topic. I don't know why it took so long for that to happen in our sport when it's been happening all over the world and everything else.
Right. Yeah, it sounded like it's pretty severe. They're not joking around.
Well, they shouldn't. I mean, the worst thing they could do is put the rule out there and then give everybody a second or third chance or whatever.
Right. Yeah, because the first time you get caught, I thought I heard it's a year banned. And then if you get popped again, I think you're done. But I could be wrong. But I thought that's what I had heard.
Well, that sounds pretty severe, but I think it's just fine. I mean, there has to be doping going on in motocross. There absolutely has to be. So it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes down. And it'll be interesting to, if guys start getting caught, see who those guys are.
Mm. Come on, computer. That might be it, buddy. I'm about out. We talked about Motokazi this weekend, Mankato Saturday, Sunday, Staples Saturday, Sunday. Or no, I'm sorry. Brookston is Saturday, Sunday. Staples is tomorrow on Wednesday if you guys want to go riding.
I would love to. I wish it wasn't so far away.
I know. We need to get people to like us on Facebook.
Come on, why don't you guys like us?
Yeah. 211. We're stuck at 211.
I'm going to need more stickers. There's a lot of porta potties and garbage cans out there.
Get me in trouble. Or
Why?
Get us in trouble.
Nobody cares.
All right. Well, let's talk. I seen you just posted that. So, what's your ideal plan for the Mount Carroll?
Like I said, I hope to head down there sometime Wednesday because there's practice on Thursday and Friday. So I would like to get down there and get 2 days in there if at all possible. And then be there for the weekend. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be expensive. I still worry a little bit about that whole part of it. But
So then that's your racing for Loretta's. Is that you're gonna race once or twice on Saturday, and then you're gonna race once on Sunday? Is that?
yeah, once or twice on Saturday and once or twice on Sunday, depending on how the schedule plays out.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm a rookie, man. It's going to be interesting to see how it all works. And having to fly solo is definitely not helping with the nerves side of the thing. So should be interesting.
You getting any chatter on the Northland MX?
A little bit. Some of the local promoters here are putting all of their, putting all their race dates and open ride days and that stuff on there. So that's sweet. That's kind of the whole idea behind it. So haven't had any new faces for a while, but
Man,
it's that time of the year, man. Everybody's outside around here, and I'm the same way. And tonight's the first time my TV's been on in God knows how long. It's just how it is.
Summer. Take advantage. Let's see. Uh-oh. Did you see the chatter?
I'm chattering.
We got some chatter in the chat room.
Maybe we should just start reading all the posts in the chat room for the next 15 minutes.
I'm trying to look something up. We are not prepared. We could maybe talk about a few guests we got potentially lined up. I think should be pretty cool. I think Andy Bauer said he'd swing on next week.
Nice.
So that's cool. Oh, come on, phone. Work with me. Hang on.
Work with me, not against me.
I want to know what happened to. I hope Jeff's okay.
Maybe he threw in the napkin.
So yeah, I know he's busy. He's got some amateur. We'll have to talk to him again about the amateur kids he's got going on.
Oh, that's right. He's driving all over hell, chasing those guys around, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
So, and then hopefully he confirmed today, but Matt Byton might be on in 2 weeks.
Is he still riding?
He's X Games, baby.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. So
I haven't seen anything or heard anything about him since that first On the Pipe video a long time ago. So, I mean, that's all I know him from. I don't follow the freestyle stuff at all. So
here's, and I don't know if it's maybe because I watch maybe less TV or the TV that I do watch isn't geared towards like ESPN and the X Games. But I know last year, I honestly, if it wouldn't have been for Facebook, I would have never known that they were on.
yeah.
If that makes any sense at all. So, but yeah, so I think that'll be pretty cool. Get him on and tell us all about that. So yeah, X Games is not this weekend. It's next weekend. It's like June 5th through the 8th, I believe.
Next weekend already, huh?
Yep. Does that make sense? Is that right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so he's supposed to be coming on that following Monday. So I'm good with that. So, that's
Cool.
it. That's all I got. I'm ready to shut her down.
I'm about to drive to Northfield and see what the hell the deal is here.
But yeah, next week we should be back to our normal Monday. If you guys are cool with that.
I'm cool with that. Whatever works. I don't know, man. I mean, this is pretty tough work.
You know.
I quit.
Whoa.
Who's that?
I'm new here.
Did you say something?
Your mic is unmuted.
I'm back. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Sweet. Now we don't have to quit. Jeff's back.
Good. Now
We
you
can-
talk for
I heard
10
that
minutes.
you guys were trying to throw the towel in after I went on mute. I figured you guys could carry it for a couple minutes, but
No, the show is dead without you. I run out of napkins to throw.
you just wave them in the air. Your white towel of surrender.
I'll wave a sock. That's all I have left.
Wait a minute now. What are you guys talking about me in the chat room?
No.
I believe I read something.
You don't know how to read.
These are vicious rumors.
I didn't say I did read. I said I believe I read something. I believe it. It's true.
Well, as long as you believe it.
Hey, Chris, if you can hear me, hopefully Did you get your suspension sent off?
I thought he said he did. Maybe not.
Did he? I didn't see that. And then I know Dave won too. So.
Did you talk to Dave at Kellogg?
No, I didn't. He was on the line when I took off. So I seen him. He was sporting the Talkin Moto on the swing arm. So I thought that was cool.
Well, it was pretty cool to actually have you at a race.
It was fun. I had a blast. I wish I didn't have so much going on that day and I could have swung down earlier, but
Yeah.
Did you get to watch both motos or just the one?
when I pretty much got there for second motos. Like when I walked up to the track, you guys were on the gate.
Okay. It must have been the other spectators that we had there that showed up just in time for our race.
Yeah, because I caught.
I knew someone showed up right at the beginning.
Yep. So yeah, I sent. I watched. Yeah, because you guys were the first drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yep. I stayed, or I got there then, and then I stayed until. Was 250A? Was that the last one, or was it 450A? I left right after the second Pro-Am one. Whichever one. I don't remember. I want to say it was 250, or maybe it was 450. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I was too busy eating Daryl's chicken. If you guys are at Kellogg and you haven't eaten any of Daryl's food, you should, because it's amazing.
No, my other brother's calling me.
Freaking brothers.
I have too many brothers.
Your brothers should be like my brothers and just, they leave me alone. They pretend I don't exist.
Hey, Matt, you're on the Talkin Moto podcast. What do you think of that?
Until they need a welder or something.
Tell them to get in here. But
Hey, I'm going to mute it so these guys can't hear you. So we can talk about it behind their
jeez.
back.
Oh,
Come
come on. That's it. I'm going to Mankato this weekend. Hell with you guys.
But yeah, that's kind of the crappy part about, being out this way. It's not exactly close.
No, you're not really in the thick of things.
No, and it would be a blast to be. But I do get up there though quite a bit, so just have to try to plan things out where.
Yeah, it seems like every time you're up here, we're like closer to where you are.
Right. But let me see if I can't look it up. I am, as of right now, let me double check so I don't completely stick my foot in my mouth.
You must be a lot more flexible than I am.
Yoga, man. Yoga.
Nobody wants to picture that.
All right. So there we are. All right. So that would be that weekend. I would come up Friday the 6th or 7th, I think is the next possible time I'd come up. So whatever race is June 8th.
I don't think there are any races on the south side that weekend.
Oh no.
They're not on because it's my wife's 30th birthday, so they canceled all
Yeah.
racing.
So you'll just have to come to Laura's birthday party.
Yep. Which there won't be one, so you're not invited.
There won't be.
Well, there wasn't a birthday party for me on my 30th, so fuck her. I mean, screw her.
Whoa.
Are we past the swear time? We're at the swear time. It's almost 9.
Yeah, we're close enough.
Oh, there is to us south.
I
race.
was there for your 30th.
Where was my 30th? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
This one's on the way.
What's that?
Millville.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that. Sorry.
So wait, just to clarify, there are races that weekend?
Mm-hmm.
There are races that weekend. Sorry, I was going off of my schedule, which I left that weekend open for obvious reasons.
We're gonna get you good and drunk at the 30th birthday party, and then
That's not going to happen.
prepare you for. I can't believe you're not gonna drink this weekend. I'm mad about that.
You realize it would take one Jack and Coke, and I would be just shit-faced right
I'll
now.
buy you that drink.
I'll
It
have,
won't
I'll
even
have,
cost you anything.
I'll have one. If you're going to buy,
Right.
what the hell? When in Rome.
Dude, you think it's gonna take much for me? I haven't drank since January 1st. Freaking almost 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be toasted, and I'm gonna still have 15 of them.
Whoa. Calm down, cowboy.
15, huh?
That's how I roll.
Are we going to start on the golf course?
Yeah, I probably won't make it off the golf course, would be my guess.
Well, then I was just going to say we should schedule a nap time if we are.
We're gonna do. Golf won't take long. We can have a nap and then dinner.
I don't
Soak up
have
some
to.
alcohol.
I don't have to golf for very long to be drunk.
Jason, we just started.
I think it's. I don't know if they have a. We might have to BYOB on this golf course because it's kind of their family course.
Oh, they don't have a beverage cart girl?
They might. I don't know. Who knows?
I'm
But
not.
They got 6-inch holes,
That's right.
so
That's good.
we might sniff par.
Instead of a set of golf clubs, I'm bringing a wiffle ball bat and a wiffle ball. I have to go find my golf clubs. I don't even know where they're at.
Hang on. Guam.
Oh, you know where my golf clubs are?
They're at the store. Go buy them.
Better not have to buy them. I spent enough on them the first time.
Oh, dude, I'm totally coming to Mount Carroll.
Are you?
Yep. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Wow.
That makes me a little bit happier.
You should maybe drive to Scotty's and then just carpool with him.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't want to go on Wednesday, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'll be down. I'm right now, my rough plan would be to come Saturday morning and then either just sleep in my car or I have a tent.
You
Do I have
can't
to-
fit in that car.
Do I have to make a spot for you in the van?
Well, you got a new big van. That's right. I was thinking of the old van where you guys would be snuggling.
No.
But that's my plan. So I can hang out on the weekend.
I am hoping that the new van will have air conditioning by then. So, since there aren't any windows in it, I gotta cool it somehow. So I found a sweet air conditioner. And all I need to do is steal a generator, and we're golden.
I got a well, you can't steal it, but I got a generator.
Sweet.
So you'd have some power Saturday, Sunday.
Maybe I'll have one by then. I should be getting paid for all the work I'm doing, so maybe I'll have a big, nice Honda.
I don't really need a big, nice Honda, but if you got one, I'll take it. What the hell?
Fine, you can't have it then.
I'm a moocher.
You
I
didn't
haven't.
need it.
I haven't cleared the time I want to take off with the boss yet either. So
It's fine.
clear.
I already
You're
talked to
good.
him.
I like how both of you were talking at the same time.
We said the same thing, too. We said, it's good. You're fine.
That's awesome.
We've
Did you
already
get a chance to meet my boss today?
Yes, I did actually.
Oh. Awkward.
A little bit,
Yeah.
but not terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully
So it's funny that me and Jason work together now, and we never talk to each other.
Yeah, we actually talked to each other less than we did before we worked together. And that's the
I know,
God's
I-
honest truth. I haven't seen you in a week.
I can't text you because I know you're busy, and it would just be easier to walk back there, but I was so freaking busy today that... That's funny.
I was always busy at the old job too, but that didn't stop you from texting me. Oh
It's
wait,
true.
I usually texted you.
so I got a little flack for this on Facebook. I don't know if you posted it, Jason. Someone posted it that the Vikings are going to host the 2018 Super Bowl.
It wasn't me. I don't give a crap about the Vikings.
So I responded with the closest the Vikings will ever get to a Super Bowl. And I was like, pound, go, pack, go. and our old neighbor, where I grew up, she's like, "Oh, my poor sweet neighbor has gone to the dark side," and my cousin Chad, he's like, "It's tough to call you family when you say things like that."
Aw.
I thought that was funny.
How do you
Wow.
call it the Vikings hosting it? I mean, it's not like the Vikings are going to be there, like, setting up the tables and stuff. Do the Vikings own the stadium?
That'd be friggin'
I mean-
sweet. Those
They're,
guys
like,
are out
they're the
there
wait staff.
pulling out card tables, unfolding chairs.
I mean, how's that work now? Is it just the Viking stadium? Do they own it? Who the hell owns the stadium?
Well, I'm pretty sure the state owns a pretty good chunk of it.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is it going to have a name? I suppose it's going to have a sponsor name.
I think it'll be Mall of America, but I
Mall
don't
of
know.
America Field.
I think so. I don't know that for sure. I don't follow this stuff, so
Ay.
It's kind of a cool looking stadium. It looks like a big chunk of ice or something.
yeah. It also looks like one good hailstorm, and it's going to be laying in the ground. I don't know that they realize what kind of weather we have here.
Sunny and 70 every day.
We'll just build a greenhouse. Wrap it in plastic. It'll be good enough.
Jason says it's Supercross coming. I would. Depends on what the owners are like, I guess, because
Isn't it Ziggy?
some people build new stadiums and they're like, hell no, are we letting you bring in, 100 truckloads of dirt and bulldozers and this and that.
100.
And then some of them, like Dallas, Texas Stadium or whatever, first year is brand new and boom, let's have Supercross. So the $1 billion stadium, it was good enough for them. It should be good enough for us.
I have a feeling that they're going to be so fired up to show off that place that we could probably have a race in there.
Well, let's talk to Lee about it.
Let's get on it. We have to convince Lee that it's his idea, though. It can't be our idea. Cause
Whoa.
it's my track.
Hey, I love my new hoodie, even though I have not gotten to wear it yet.
Mine's still in the bag. The most
It's
I
been
used it
used
was...
by a child as a pillow, but that's about it.
Is this is you get the Zach Williams edition?
No,
Oh,
these
no,
are the
no.
Motokazi hoodies we got for slavery.
Yeah. We provided slave labor and got sweatshirts instead, or in exchange.
I used mine as a cushion when I was sitting on the ground there that day. And it's still in the bag over there on the table.
I'm with the Talkin
But-
Moto podcast. I can do what I want.
But I like it. It's just the fact that I have 15 more. So I might as well wait till one's ratted out.
I gotta call Jason O out again. I wonder. He's got this picture on his profile picture where he's just carving a turn, and I watched him at Kellogg just railing ruts. He was hauling through these ruts, and I thought when I first saw it, I thought, damn, he's moving, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat him. And then I beat him. So I'm trying to figure out where his game is lacking because it's definitely not in the turns.
He's sitting on the ground in that picture.
Note the bugle horn. Or whatever. The bicycle horn.
I'm going to rip that friggin' horn right off.
That is pretty nice. I like it.
He knows I hate the horn.
I was if the horn was on the other side, I was tempted to try to reach over and honk it while we were going on the start straight.
Hey,
But
family show.
but the horn just wasn't big enough. I couldn't reach it.
Wow.
No comment. All right, boys. That's it. We hit 2
Pull the plug.
hours.
Hey, Talkin Moto podcast. Does this towel smell like chloroform?
What? we were we were at the in-laws yesterday and we're watching some Family Guy stuff on YouTube. So Peter comes down the stairs and his wife's doing like some, I don't know, ladies' party. Like, oh, Peter, you should join us. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he grabs his head and breaks his neck. Oh, man, you'll have to YouTube it. Man, that was hilarious. Yeah, okay. Down he goes.
Interesting. I just found all of the old Adventures with Bill from the Red Green Show on YouTube. You're going to talk about quality entertainment.
That's about enough out of you. Host Tim.
I'm trying to get him to shut this thing down. Now I'm going to bed.
I just found out where my echo's coming from. It's because my wife cleared out our bathroom and it's totally empty right now. And it's
so
next to the bedroom. So
you're sitting in your bathroom again.
No. I'm next.
I'm moving this show into the bathroom.
This show's been in the bathroom for a while.
Hey.
Well, it's always in the toilet.
No.
Sorry, Scott. Sorry, Scott. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
All right.
You said it yourself. On Stitcher, we're in the toilet.
We are on the bottom.
I can't help but wonder what my neighbors think as they walk by and I have all the windows open and they hear me in here talking to myself. I'm a big-time radio guy.
I'm sure your neighbors steer clear of you. You got multiple vans in the front yard. You're talking to yourself.
Anymore. Now I only have one. I have to bring that back up. God, back to depression mode.
All right.
Till I go smell them $100 bills, and then I'll be happy again.
Ooh. KOD?
No.
Oh. All right.
That place, or that envelope is for 3 weeks from now, and it's not getting touched.
All right. We're out of here. Next week, we're back on Monday. Andy, hopefully, will be on the show.
Sweet.
So,
Word.
Thanks for hanging out, our loyal listeners.
Both of you.
Crickets.
I think now we're broadcasting live to the mosquitoes and the June bugs. The June bugs are out in full force.
They're early.
They are early. The mayflies haven't shown up yet. They're late.
Maybe they got eaten by the June bugs.
Kill it. No, kill it already.
Come on. Pull the friggin' plug.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't know how.
Yeah, that's right. Every time, it's always like the first time.